Friends, today I am going to narrate an interesting story. The title of the story is Story of the Precious Stone. We all need to place ourselves in positions that are worth who we are. Sometimes in life, we meet people who do not find any worth in us. It is until that time we find someone who values us that our life takes a turn. Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Mel. One day he was playing in the forest and found a beautiful stone. He rushed home and showed it to his father. "Dad, look what I have found." He frantically mentioned it as he showed the little stone on his father's palm. The father looked at the stone and said, "It's beautiful, my son." "How much is it worth?" he asked. "I wouldn't know unless you ask the jeweler in the town," the father replied. The following day, early in the morning, the boy left for the town. He was excited and he wanted to know how much the stone was worth. He will sell the stone and buy a bicycle and a backpack. In town, he stopped by the grocery. The owner was his aunt. "Aunt, I have a precious stone. How much is it worth?" he asked her as he placed the little stone on her palm. The aunt looked at it. It was beautiful. "Ah, probably $50, she said. The boy was disappointed. It was not enough to even buy the backpack that he wanted, leave alone the bicycle. On his way to the jewelry shop, he passed by the restaurant. The owner was their neighbor. "Mr. Jones, good morning. I have something that I would like you to tell me its worth," the boy said as he handed him the little stone. He looked at the stone and said, "It's beautiful. I can give you $200 for it," he said. The boy looked at him and said, "I need a bicycle and a backpack. Would you mind giving me $300 for the stone?" The boy replied. "No, I am just buying for its beauty. It has no value at all," he replied back. The boy was now disappointed. He decided to go back home and forget about the stone. Then, on a second thought, he decided to consult with the jeweler. He walked into the jewelry shop and found the owner busy polishing a ring. "Sir Noah, how is your morning? Can you tell me how much this is worth?" he said as he handed him the stone. Noah's face brightened. His eyes were twinkling with excitement. "Where did you find this, my son?" he inquired. "It is one of the most rare gems to find," he continued. "I will give you $2,000 for this," he whispered as he observed it with his tester. "I will be back tomorrow," Mel said. He rushed back home and explained to his father how he got different offers from different people in town. His father said, "My son, sit here. Every person is precious on his or her own way, just like the stone. Your life is very precious. However, different people view it differently. They will give it different levels of worth. The grocer and the restaurant owner are those who will give it low value. But you must not give up on searching for whoever will give you the best worth. You deserve it. Even after you have got what is your worth, strive to get even more, because you are basically precious." He paused, looked at the son and asked, "Why didn't you get the jeweler's deal? That was more than enough to buy a bicycle and backpack." The boy looked at the father and said, "Because I did not expect it and I wanted your opinion first." The father looked at the horizon and said to the son, "Go back to the jeweler and tell him your deal is $5,000. After 2 hours, the boy came back accompanied by the jeweler. After initial greetings, he got straight to the point. "I just wanted to be sure that you are aware that Mel is selling me his stone for $5,000. This is a lot of money for him." "Yes, I am. He deserves it. And I know it's worth much more than that," the father replied. "And if you knew how much it was worth, why you did not accompany him to my shop?" Noah asked. The father said, "The stone is not as precious as the lesson that he has learned today." Noah nodded. He handed the money to the boy, took the stone and headed back to town.